I mean, now you're going to have to beat me on the big boys course, princess.
That, of course, is the scene highlighting Zac Efron's buff bod in Baywatch. But is this kind of look attainable and sustainable for anyone and everyone? Fitness expert Lee Boyce joins me now with more on this. Lee, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
All right, we got all the beautiful people, all the stars descending upon Toronto. They're here in Canada for TIFF, of course. Zac Efron, let's talk about that perfect body. First of all, how obtainable is that? And secondly, how sustainable?
Well, for answering the first part, obtainable, it definitely is obtainable. It's just a matter of really focusing in on your diet and fat loss in order to attain such a lean-looking physique. Now, to get as lean as what you saw there, it might not be too sustainable just based on the things that you might have to deprive your body of nutritionally and just the amount of training that you might have to do in order to attain that physique and keep it for some time. If you think about like an on-stage fitness competitor, the reason they don't look the way they do on stage year-round is for that very reason, is the fact that you can't really sustain it for too long.
Yeah, are they dehydrated, some of these fitness competitors, and Zac Efron there as well? I've heard of something called like the shrink wrap effect.
So I can't speak for him particularly, but many times to attain a look like that, it might involve shedding a lot of water or dehydrating yourself, especially closer to the time when you want to be on screen or on stage or whatnot. And so again, it's not something that you can really hold on to for too long. It might last a few days or maybe a couple weeks at the most.
Yeah, all right, because this reminds me, I went to a trainer years ago, right after Casino Royale came out, and I said, I want to look like Daniel Craig when he came out of the ocean there. And they're like, yeah, right, good luck. It's an enormous amount of commitment, isn't it?
It is, and you also have to just think about the health of it. You know, bodybuilders, fitness competitors, or people who are going on screen for a certain reason, they might be at their weakest points when those things are being shot or when those competitions are being held. So in terms of what's a good balance for you to have diet-wise, in terms of your training and so on, you got to think about that just from the broader perspective and from looking at things from a larger frame of reference.
All right, let's have a look at Kim Kardashian as well. She and dozens of other celebrities, of course, are featured on covers of magazines all of the time. Are we getting fooled sometimes, though, by things like Photoshop?
We can be. Photoshop or airbrushing and different things like that, they can definitely play a part in what you see on covers of magazines, for example, or things that we see on stage, for example, that have been taken photos of. So when it comes to digitally altering photos and stuff, we end up not getting the proper view of what a proper body should look like or what a body is supposed to look like. And then when we frame our goals around that, it can be misleading for us.
Right. Okay, so is your advice as a fitness professional and expert is for somebody to maybe get away from the magazines and the movies and find a more realistic ideal or a goal?
Definitely, and I think that popular culture sort of has to play their own part in this as well. Just straying people's minds away from thinking that what we just discussed here is exactly healthy and really thinking about more of a balanced ideal for what a human body should look like and a healthy human body should look like.
Great advice. Fitness expert Lee Boyce with us this morning. Lee, great to see you, sir. Thank you.
You too. Thanks.